welcome to another mat class. Since today's class is short, sweet, and quick, I thought I would take you guys outside so we could enjoy the beautiful day. Although this class is shorter, I did want you to leave feeling well balanced at the very end. Let's get started on our mats, quadruped position, and just lift those hips up into pike. Hold it here, give yourself a little stretch, and inhale, come down to plank. Exhale, lift those hips back up into your pike position and repeat. I want to start with a few of these pikes to planks because I want your body to feel energized and ready to work out with more intention. Remember, Pilates is traditionally quick and efficient, so let's try to keep that in mind going forward. Let's press those hips back up one more time. Hold it here, bend the right knee, and switch, bend the left knee. So here we're going into similar to our prance movement, but in this pike position, getting our feet to warm up, some blood to flow into our legs, and lift, come back into plank, hold it here, rest your knees down, and adjust yourself back into child's pose. Take a deep breath, and come back to quadruped. Now let's adjust ourselves to sit on our mat facing forward. Grab the backs of your thighs and slowly roll down onto your mat, hands down by your sides for our bridge. Bring your heels closer to the glutes. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, contract the abs, tuck the tailbone, lift the hips by using the hamstrings. Inhale at the top. Exhale to lower and lengthen the spine down. Remember, you want to feel the space in between each vertebrae separate just a little bit more. Focus on your breath pattern as you're doing a few more bridges. Breathing with your movement is one of the main principles of Pilates, and it makes a huge difference in how effective your movement is. Let's do one more. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, pull the belly in, lift those hips up, and slowly lower the spine back down. Bring the right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, lift the hips up, pause, lower the hips down, tap the mat, and lift. Lower and lift. So here we're keeping the back flat. We're not articulating the spine anymore. We're keeping that right leg lifted for a little stretch as we lower and lift with our exhale. Hold it up at the top. Now slowly start to lower the spine back down, lower that right leg, then reach the left leg straight up as well. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, lift those hips, pause, lower and lift. Lower and lift. Remember, inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Keep that left leg completely straight. And lift, pause, and hold. Slowly lower the spine back down, keeping that left leg straight, and release that foot down. Let's go into another bridge with both feet down just to even out the work of the hips, the legs, the back, and reach those arms up. Slowly lower the spine back down. If you've done my videos before, you know how much I love keeping my arms up during bridges. Do one more. Exhale and slowly lower back down. Reach the arms overhead, stretch the feet away from you. Inhale to prepare for our roll up. Exhale, arms over, reach forward, tuck the chin, and slowly roll on up to seated, reaching forward to the toes. Slowly come up to seated, reach those arms out into a letter T. Exhale, rotate to the right with the upper body, and exhale, rotate to the left. So here I'm doing pulses, and I'm inhaling as I come back to center. And relax those arms down. Now we're going to transition back into our supine position or laying down on our back. So go ahead and roll on down. Bring the legs to tabletop. Reach the arms up to the ceiling. Press the arms down, chest lift. Adjust your height a little bit higher, then bring the hands behind the head. Inhale, lower the upper body, exhale, chest lift. Remember, when you're doing these chest lifts, you want to think of closing the front gap of that rib cage without tucking the tailbone, and instead think of keeping the tailbone heavy on the mat so we're in a neutral position with our spine. Lift the chest, hold it here. Adjust yourself a little higher. Grab the right knee, extend the left leg, and switch. And switch. So imagine hugging your knee into the chest and then switching to scissor the other leg out. Keeping your chest lifted, don't be afraid to use your arms to keep that chest height. Now stretch the right leg up as you hold on to that calf muscle. Switch the legs. Now both legs are straight. This is more similar to a scissoring motion with the legs than the one before. Keep the chin away from the chest. You want about an apple-sized gap in between the chin and the chest. And remember, use your arms here as well. This will help you keep the chest lifted. And hug the knees in. Extend both legs straight up to the ceiling. Hold this stretch for a moment. Let the low back decompress, then bring your hands behind your head. Keep the legs straight, lower them down a few inches, and exhale, lift. I like to point my feet as they lower and exhale, flex the feet. It gives your low abs more work, and also keep in mind your low back will be slightly flatter, so no more neutral position, now we're in an imprinted position. Lengthen those legs away from the hips and lower everything back down. Lift those arms up, lift the legs up to tabletop, press the arms down, and start pulsing your arms 1 inch up, 1 inch down for your hundreds. We're gonna do a few with the legs in tabletop, but if you want more of a challenge, extend both of your legs out to your 45-degree angle. Remember, the higher you go to the ceiling, the kinder it's gonna feel on your body. The lower you go, the more challenging it's going to be. Remember to keep breathing, to keep your belly button down. It's your anchor point. Hug the knees into the chest and lower everything down. Open those arms out wide and allow your knees to rest to the right-hand side, giving yourself a gentle supine twist. Take a breath and come back to center. Allow the knees to rest over to the other side. Come back to center. Reach the arms overhead. Extend those legs away from you into your roll-up. Exhale, reach those arms up, forward, lift the chest, slowly roll up to seated. And try that one more time. Exhale, pull the waist back, slowly roll down, reach the arms up and over. Exhale, come up to seated, reach forward, reach to your toes this time, and then come up to seated. Slowly roll down, inhale, exhale, slowly roll up, and relax the arms down. Now let's transition into our plank position. Place the forearms down, extend your legs long into plank, and hold for our first set. Check in with your posture and remember, the more properly aligned you are, the longer you'll be able to hold. But of course, take a break whenever you need to. Chin back, neck long, shoulder blades wide apart, abs pulled in, hips tucked, legs long, heels pressing back. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and place the knees down and come into child's pose. Feel the spine and arms stretch before our second set. All right, coming into your second set, you can do forearms again or straight arms. Extend your legs long. This time we're going to take the right toes and tap them to the side of our mat and then back to center. Left toes, tap the side of the mat and back to center. So we are alternating the legs, we're trying to keep the hips completely still. And remember, the more stable your hips and your shoulders are, the more glute work you're going to feel here. You also have the option to hold your plank. Rest the knees down, press your hips back into child's pose. Take a few breaths here, feel the backs of your lungs really expand up. Exhale, and let's come back up to kneeling and then adjust ourselves up to standing. Reach the right arm forward, hands on your hips, left leg back. Bend both knees so it feels like you're going to come to a kneeling position with the back leg and come up to straight legs. Back heel is lifted and make sure that both of your legs carry equal weight and we're not just letting the front leg do all the work. Make sure you inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Shoulders down, neck is relaxed, abs are pulled in, keeping our breath pattern going strong. Pause, hold it here, bring the hands behind the head, pull the abs in, exhale, rotate the upper body to the right, come back to center, and rotate the upper body to the left. So just a little rotation for the upper body as our legs come into a static hold. Let's do one more. Come back to center, reach the arms forward and down to the toes as both legs stretch straight. Now bend the front knee and adjust your left foot back as the right arm reaches up to the ceiling, so giving your body another little bit of rotation. Plant both hands down, straighten both of those legs, and bring them together. Reach the right leg back, now left foot is in front. And let's start by coming up to standing. Hands on your hips. Bend both knees so that the right back knee feels like it's kneeling down on the mat and come up. Now you can modify how far down you go. If this is bothering your knees or your hips, you can get rid of this exercise altogether. But it's not necessary to touch the knee down to the mat. It's just a visual. Hold here, bring the hands behind the head. Exhale, rotate your upper body to the left, and exhale, rotate your body to the right. So continuing with our rotation on this side. Reach your arms forward and down, legs are straight, holding our stretch. Bend the front knee, extend the right leg back further, and reach the left arm up to the ceiling. Little rotation, looking up to the sky, and both hands down. Let's come to our plank position with our hands out wide. We can modify by planting the knees down for our push-ups. Bend the elbows, lower the chest down, exhale, straighten the arms. Remember, when we're doing this, try not to lead with just the chin or just the hips. You want the entire trunk of the body to lower down together. One more, and lower down slowly. Now we're on prone position or on our tummies. Interlace the hands behind the low back. Inhale to prepare, straighten those legs. Exhale, stretch those arms back behind you, lift the upper and lower body, and then relax down. I like to look in opposite directions whenever I lay my head down, similar to the double leg kick if you're familiar with the Pilates traditional mat work, but we're modifying here. So exhale, lift, inhale, lower. And bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Help yourself up to quadric peg position. Now we're adjusting ourselves into a cat stretch just about 2 times. And then tuck the toes, send those hips back up into pike position. Walk your feet to your hands. Inhale at the bottom. Nod the head yes and no, relieve any tension in the neck. And exhale, slowly start to roll on up to standing. And you guys are all set to go. Thanks guys for joining me. I hope to see you in my next video.